An app that my students actually just used in class today is called Book Creator for iPad. And when you open this app up, it shows you example books that you've already created. And what's really nice about this is there's a short getting started tutorial for you as soon as you open the app that can give you some basic information. And that's helpful to not only teachers but also to students when they're starting to use that. So I'm going to go back to my bookshelf here and I'm going to create a new book. And when I open up a new book, it gives me three options. I can create it based on portrait, orientation, square, or landscape orientation, depending on what I need or what my students need for that particular unit. So now that I'm ready to start working on my book here, I'm going to hit the plus sign to start adding elements. And I could add photos, I could take a picture from the camera, I could use a pen tool, I could add text, or I could even add a sound too. So I'm just going to type in a title of my example book, and it's going to look extremely basic, not very fancy at all, but I can click on this information button and it'll allow me to change my font and start to alter different text elements. And I'll just select a font here, but I want to add now, let's say I want to add a photo. So I'm going to go out to my camera roll, just select a photo, and then I can start to modify what that photo looks like. But I'm going to go back to that original text that I had added. And you can see there are several different elements. I can change the text color if I want. I can change the alignment. I can change, if I wanted to, I can just change the size of that text box by clicking and dragging it. So this is pretty simple to use from the student perspective or from the teacher perspective for that matter. I could also change the color of the page if I wanted to. I'll go red to gray, just whatever I need for that element. If I wanted to also, I could add some more text. I'm not limited just by one text box per page, so I'm just giving an example author here. I'm going to slide that down at the bottom of the page, stretch it out so it looks a little better. And there we go, there's my example cover page. So if I want to continue to modify this, I just add it, go to the next page, and I can, just for this one, I can add a drawing if I wanted to. So just to show you how to do this, I'm just adding page 1 and I'm going to write that in, and I'll just draw I'm not a great artist here, but I'll draw a picture of a book and I'll label it as book. So then I can hit done, and now that's an image on my page. If I don't want it, I could delete it. I could go out to Google, wherever it may be, and add an image from that standpoint. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some video of students using this and narrate that in the background. But just to show you, I can go back to my bookshelf. If I want to name this book, I just tap on whatever it's named. I'm going to title it example book. Author, I'll just title it example author, do the same thing. And when I do finish this book, there are several ways for me to share it. I can click on that universal share button. I can export it as a PDF. If I narrated it and I added audio, I could narrate it as a movie or export it as a movie. And there's also the option to send it to iBooks or to send it to Google Drive as well. So now let me transition to some student usage of Book Creator for iPad. So this particular assignment is having students take the Declaration of Independence and translate it into a children's book and create that children's book using the Book Creator app. So as they're working here, they're going to obviously add some text elements, and the student's going to quickly type something in, and I'm going to fast forward beyond it a little bit. And the student types something in. Now he's going to look for his image. He doesn't want to draw an image for this one. He wants to go out to Google, find an image. He's going to save that image onto his iPad. His partner helps him out a little bit. So they select their image they want, they save it, they go right back into the Book Creator app, and they are going to add an element, add a photo, find where they saved that photo, they drop it in, resize it to what they need, and they notice an error on their text that they had just typed in, so they're going to double tap their text, fix that text, they forgot some punctuation, and there they go, they finished that page if they wanted to continue to modify it. But they're going to go through their book here. Okay, it's a very basic app, very easy for students to use, and when they are all done they could share that however the teacher directed them to share that. And if they wanted to, again, they could actually verbally narrate that book to before they send it, and then they can export it out as a movie as well. So that's the Book Creator app. Again, it's very simple to use from both the student side and the teacher side. You can make it look as fancy as you want or keep it as simple as you want as well.